Congrats, Cubs. You've blown it again. Another September to forget. You had a shot. 71 and 66 in September is nothing awful. You just couldn't execute when it matters. God, I love this team. So, same shit, huh? Last season we were in a similar spot in September with more of a shot to be in the dance. But what do you expect from a team who's literally an acronym for completely useless by September? But it's fine. The offseason is on the horizon. Make some moves and hopefully win more than 83 games in 2025. That's no small move. Kyle Tucker? My god, what a trade! We only gave up Isaac Paredes, someone who was awful in Chicago, Hayden Wesneski, same story, and Cam Smith? Top prospect, last year's first-round pick Cam Smith? A man who is known to possess potential ungodly power, Cam Smith? Okay, it's fine. We have Kyle Tucker. I mean, the guy's a stud. Let's look at that contract. Oh my god. You're telling me you traded our future for a fucking rental? Okay, you know what? I will not let it get me down. We're fine. We have Kyle Tucker. I mean, his injury history is a bit shoddy, but we'll be okay. Let's just move into free agency with no more controversial moves, and they traded Cody Bellinger. Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, we just traded one of the best Cubs over the last 2 years. What the hell did we get back? Cody Poteet, single A pitcher. For a dude who was just batting 300 plus last season. Are we serious? Fine, you know what? It freed up cap space. I don't care. You better be putting that cap space to good use, Mr. Ricketts. Alright, now we can move into free agency and see what this team is really made of. Okay, some decent signings. Matthew Boyd, decent, but a bit injured lately. You got some relievers, Caleb Thielbar, Brad Keller. Okay, at least we're trying to bolster the bullpen. I support that. But you know exactly what we're waiting for, Cubs. You had the third highest revenue in 2024. Make a big splash move. Yes, you're doing it. You're coaxing Alex Bregman towards Chicago. Detroit's your only competition in this, Cubs. You can totally bring him here. Congrats, Cubs. You were a top team and another top free agent sweepstakes, but no cigar. Pour yourselves a few cold ones to commemorate this huge moment. Cheap pricks. Alright, nothing else of note really happened during this free agency. You got Carson Kelly, a certified backup catcher, and that's really about it. But it's fine. You have Miguel Amaya. You don't need any big catcher. Let spring training begin. Okay, you looked pretty good in spring training. You know who didn't? Kyle Tucker. But that's okay. He's always bad in spring training. Just wait for the regular season. He'll perk up. My god. Why do we have to wake up so early for this? This better be worth it. It was not worth it, and we got the brakes beaten off of us. 0-2 to start the season. Well, alright. Pretty decent ending to March. You killed the Sacramento Athletics. Oh my god. Are we good? We just beat the Padres in a series and just shut out the Texas Rangers 7-0. Steele was a bit banged up, but I'm sure he'll be fine. What?
Yeah.
Holy what a month. You're telling me you went into Los Angeles, beat them in their home in a series, came back to Wrigley, beat the Diamondbacks in a crazy game, then you sweep the Dodgers in Wrigley? Oh my god. This is a certain playoff team if I've ever seen it. And not only that, we might have ourselves a top all-time offense here. It is looking the best it has looked at least since 2016. And this Pete Crow-Armstrong guy, he's been playing pretty well. I always saw him as just a scrawny white kid, 180 batter who was never going to amount to anything except for a decent glove, but he's kind of got some power. And forget what I said about our future. That Kyle Tucker trade is the best thing to ever happen to Chicago. He's looking like the best Cub since 2016 Chris Bryant. And hey, that Matthew Boyd guy isn't looking half bad either. He's a pretty solid pitcher. And that Carson Kelly is doing wonders for this offense. Let's move on to May with our head high. Nothing can go wrong. Yes! Holy f***. I forgot what it was like to have a real baseball team in Chicago. No shade to the Sox. Kyle Tucker, you may be entitled to a blank check. If Ricketts lets you walk, Wrigley will literally be torn down. Well, boys, we're rolling. 18-9 in May. We are certain contenders for the World Series. I mean, at this point, we might even beat the Dodgers in the playoffs if we meet them. So let's keep this train moving. If we keep it up throughout the season, we may even get 100 wins. So let's go into June and keep playing baseball how we have. Okay. Bit of a weird month. We lost to Detroit, and Philly, and St. Louis, and Seattle, and Houston. Can we not just beat the good teams? I mean, St. Louis is literally declining. They were a big threat earlier in the season, but they haven't really been good since. So what do we do with a declining team? We give them the first 2 games of the series. Are you kidding me? At least we split. But you have to clean it up against good teams. They're kind of exposing us. The offense is not looking as good as it once did either. It is not getting 10 plus runs a game at will like it was. Kyle Tucker at least had his best month. I'm sure they're not, hiding an injury or anything that could alter his season. That wouldn't happen, Cubs. It wouldn't happen at all, right? Alright, as mediocre as it was, this month was certainly better than June. If you factor out the series against the Twins, the Royals, Shota Imanaga possibly having the worst pitching performance of 2025, it was a pretty good month. Went into New York and won, beat Boston at home, finally beat those Cardinals, and swept the Guardians to start off the month. Alright, Cubs, just keep playing winning baseball and you will hold on to your division over the Brewers.
They overtook us?
Oh my god, we weren't even playing bad. What did they do? What did they do?
They won 11 straight. How bad did they want the damn division?
Sorry, I lost my cool there. It's fine. It's the Brewers. They always collapse. Just keep playing winning baseball. No, that is not winning baseball, you morons! You barely scraped by the Orioles. You lost the series to the Red. You lost the series to the Cardinals. You lost the series to the Blue Jays. You barely scraped by the Pirates. I have no hope going into this Brewers series. We won the series? Okay. Welcome back, Cubs. And you sweep the Angels, too. This team is ready for a run. I can feel it. We're coming back and we're taking this division that's rightfully ours. You got swept by the Giants, didn't you? You. And finish off the month with an unconvincing series win against the Rockies, where you lost the last game because Daniel Palencia can't close out late. Nice.
Yeah.
This is getting too much for my heart. Oh my goodness, you lost the series to the Nationals. What is wrong with you? But we did clinch the playoffs in a series sweep against the Pirates, and the Brewers seem to be having their worst month in a while. Guys, you'd still win the division. You losers got swept in 4 games by the Reds! Go ahead and lose a series to the collapsing Mets, too. Why don't you? F you. Well, we swept the Cards to end the season, so, yeah, nice. Playoffs, let's go. I want it to be known I have no hope for the playoffs. The Padres are probably going to toss us around like every other team did in September. Yep, but who would have knew? The offense can't get anything going, and now it's a tie series after a pretty decent first game. At least there's always next year, guys. Yep, here comes the collapse. Brad Keller, you f***ing suck. Let's go. Let's watch it. Oh, yep. Wait. PCA under? Oh my god. We just won a playoff series!
Let's go! Fly the W!
Who are we facing next? The Brewers. We can beat them. They collapse in Octobers. Scratch that, we're getting f***ing swept. Scratch that, we're winning 3 straight to come back and win the series. Let's show these drunks in Milwaukee how to play baseball. My mental health is not in a good spot right now. You're telling me you lost a playoff series to our biggest rivals and they flew the L on you. Let's just hope it comes back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
Yup, it did. When you look at this season, it's obvious the ultimate goal wasn't achieved. We lost to a bitter rival in the division series of 5. Not good, but to be quite honest, when I look back on this season, I just can't feel bad. First playoff game win and series win since 2017. First playoff appearance since 2020. And though we lost, That 5-gamer against Milwaukee was a hell of a series. Now I'm not settling. Trading a future star with years of club control for a rental and not getting even a crack at the pennant series isn't an accomplishment or something to be proud of. And with our seasonally revenue, we should be doing way more with way more. I'm just clinging to hope that this year is our 2015 Cubs year and we'll succeed next year. And it's really not that far off. Get pitching help and try your damnedest to get Tucker back. God knows we have the money for it.